You're entering VTV's Chamber Zone. Your business community at work. Representing the Vernal area and Duchesne County Chambers of Commerce, here's Adam Massey and Irene Hansen.
Hi, I'm Adam Massey with the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, and joining me today is my co-host Irene Hansen with the Duchesne County Chamber of Commerce, and you're watching Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Irene, it's great to be with you again. In our last episode, we talked about all the fun things that we've had going on this summer, the fairs and rodeos, and my goodness, it just never stops. If you can't find anything in Duchesne and Uintah County and the Basin here to do during the summer, you're not looking very hard.
You are not looking. In fact, you may not even be awake.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's something, and of course now school's starting.
Yep.
And that's exciting too, because I believe our kids have the best of all worlds here.
Yeah.
I know that everybody says, Irene, you're showing your age, you're starting to act like a grandma, and I certainly am, because we really do. And you know what? We have great schools and excellent opportunities. Our high school students can take classes at Utah State, the Applied Technology College. I mean, we really do just have exceptional opportunities for our youth and our children. And but school's starting, and so here we are back busy. One of the exciting things, Adam, I have to share with you, and this is, again, you have to have fun at everything you do.
Yeah.
So when we have new school teachers move to the area, I don't know why that is. It just feels like such an infusion of not only of brilliance, of excitement, of people who are starting their careers and are anxious to pour a lot of love and knowledge into our youth. And I just love it. That's been one of the nice things about having a good economy, is we do have teachers who want to come here and build that reputation in their resume. Man, we've got some bright people that have come in.
It is. It's a great opportunity for them, and that's one thing about being at the chambers, that we see a lot of times those people that come through, we're passing out information to them about housing and other things that are available to them. And and it's interesting. I had a lady, it's probably been maybe 2 years ago, what I think happened yesterday was about 3 months ago, but a lady came in and her mom was with her, and they flew in from Massachusetts, and she had just graduated with her teaching degree, sent her resumes out, and ended up in La Pointe as a teacher. And she came in with her mom, and of course our area was brand new to them. They had never been here. And she was just that exuberance, that excitement, to be teaching. And I don't remember if it was a kindergarten class or what grade school class, but she was excited to be here and excited to be in the community. And her mom wanted to come with her to make sure, as parents and as a grandparent, we can relate that, hey, we want to make sure you get started off on the right foot. I want to see the community you're going to be in. And they were just way excited to be here. And, and they bring that a lot, and we're excited to have that. And, we're very fortunate, I tell people all the time to have the school districts that we have that are, accountable for the funds and take care of the money and things. As you look around the school districts in the state, there's a lot of them that aren't that fortunate. And so, we do have challenges, but things can always be a lot worse too.
Oh my gosh.
So we're very fortunate, and you and I have talked about our economies, and I know here in the Vernal area, our unemployment dipped below 3%. You guys have been there
I think we're about 2.7.
It's unbelievable. I have friends scattered throughout the United States, some in Vermont and Pennsylvania and all over, and we periodically talk, and they'll tell me, you don't know how fortunate you are, because where we live, we just don't have that. And there's a few areas like ours in North Dakota and scattered in Texas and a few other areas that are doing quite well, and most of them are to do with the energy industry. America's demand for energy hasn't ceased, and it continues to grow. And one thing that's really, it's really driven our areas. And so we're fortunate to have that. People, when you tell them what our unemployment rate is, they're, most people just can't believe it. And, we're still trying to hire people. We're still trying to find people. When you go to the job fairs and different things, a lot of times people, are looking to hire 100 people there if they can get them.
Doesn't it make you excited for, now you still have a young family. Yeah. But doesn't it make you excited for your kids? When you see the opportunities that they have available to them?
And that's what I always say, we always talk about, you and I talk about this a lot, leaving things better than when you found them.
Yes.
And, we look at what we have here in the Uintah Basin. with our ATCs and with USU and our schools and everything else that we're able to take advantage of. And I remember when I graduated, dating myself now, and 1982 when I graduated from high school, and my option was to go away to college. And now, you know, our kids can stay here if they so choose.
Yes.
I know when
and
you're
work
a teenager,
a wonderful job.
I know our teenagers are always wanting to get away, and that's and I understand that, and we know how that is. But you know, to have the opportunity to be able to go to school here, to get technical training, to get a good paying job, or to get a USU degree. And they offer many degrees here. You know, we're very fortunate, along with the scholarships and everything else that's offered. And you know, I always challenge people, if you haven't been into either of the universities, Utah State University, either campus or the Applied Technology College, please stop down and take a look and see what's available. Whether you're somebody that wants to go back to school, or whether you just graduated from high school. I know, and I'm sure you do also, we talk with, with both of them all the time about how we can let people know it's kind of one of those hidden gems that we have. And I think a lot of times people think about leaving to go to school. We have a lot of great opportunities. Anytime you can graduate with a degree and not have a lot of debt, you're that much further ahead to start life compared to being in debt somewhere. So
absolutely. And you know, we again, not only are we blessed, but let's talk about lifetime learning. I think we're almost out of time for this segment, but we got to talk about that because we should all be constantly learning.
Absolutely. No, it's absolutely right. We'll be right back to talk more about your local chambers of commerce and community events right after this.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uinta Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Welcome back to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Irene, before our break, we were talking about that continuing to learn throughout life, and you know, it's a good thing we're able to do that, or we'd never be able to run these things. I probably, always make sure when I buy a phone, I buy the same one for my kids, so when I have problems, I can go to them and say, "Here, how do you work this?" But
it's the truth.
But
we do have to keep learning, don't we?
We do. So much. We can do so much more with the technology and what we're able to learn, and just it just helps us continue to get better, and keeps us fresh and always wanting to move forward.
One of the things that we like to do as chambers, and I know you guys do it well, and we try, and that is, everything is continuous learning. Yeah. So whether that's chamber luncheon, whether it's networking opportunities, whether it's bringing the best and brightest person that none of us could afford individually, but we've had some excellent people come to the Energy Conference.
Sure.
We've had some tremendous people come to your annual meetings and to business symposiums. Those are things businesses could not do on their own.
Right.
But yet, for a minimal cost, they and several of their employees can attend. So lifelong learning isn't always about just going to college or what you might think of as going to get a degree. We owe it to ourselves and to our businesses to provide that lifelong learning, whether it's networking, even 3 people having breakfast to learn about a new app on the phone that might help our downtown businesses.
Exactly. No, and really that's the way everything's done today. You think about the technology and how quickly it changes, and if you don't stay up with it, you get left behind. It used to be different, but now it's all about the technology.
Very fast and dynamic. Yeah. And speaking of fast and dynamic, we can't leave this segment until we finish telling them. We're going to. Some of them have probably watched some segments where we've been here with guests.
Right.
We're going to change it up a little bit, aren't we, Adam?
We are. We've talked about as we continue to strive and provide benefit for our chamber members as well as benefit for the members of our communities. One thing that you and I have talked about and felt very strongly about is, being able to bring entrepreneurs, businesses of the month, others that we celebrate. Absolutely. And, we have a lot of really great nonprofit groups that do a lot of really good things in the community also, that sometimes have a hard time getting the word out about what they're doing.
That's right.
And so, we've talked at length about how can we provide more benefit with what we do here at VTV in our chamber zone. And so one thing we've talked about is bringing in guests. And the only thing that is a downside to that is you and I don't get to be together quite as much, but it allows you to bring in somebody, a guest from the Duchesne area or Duchesne County, and myself to bring in somebody from Uintah County. But you know what? We're still going to get together. So if we change it up a little bit on you, you'll understand why.
That's right.
We're trying to provide more benefit, but get exposure to some others also. And you know, as much as we know you enjoy seeing Irene and myself here, we'll be here. We'll just be with different people. And then Irene and I will get together probably once a quarter, just to kind of give a highlight or talk about something we want to highlight. And so just a continued working together of what we do great here in the Uintah Basin. I'm always amazed when I go outside the basin. And you talk to to people about the different dynamics outside of here. And one thing I truly believe the reason we're so successful is we have to partner together. We have to work on a lot of things, and we do a really good job of that. And I'm always very proud of that everywhere I go, because as you and I have talked, you look around and that isn't always the case. And so it'll give us an opportunity to provide benefit to some others, bring them in and give them an opportunity to highlight what they're doing.
And you know, Adam, what's so fun about it is whenever I ask someone, gosh, would you come on with me? You know, the first thing they're like, oh my goodness, no. But then, you know, when I tell them how much fun it is, I'm like, it's just like coming in and talking to your best friend. And it has been a wonderful experience to bring in different executives and volunteers and, you know, just highlighting that diversity in our community and how rich we are. Brought in one gentleman, and we were talking a little bit more oil field related, but then we really started talking about entrepreneurship, and he just started sharing things about how much he loved his employees and how dedicated he was to our quality of life and our future. I mean, I was the one who left that show almost overwhelmed.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and we've talked about that before. You know, a lot of times you know, I enjoy doing these things because I leave with the benefit more than I'm giving or being able to provide to them.
That's right.
It's what I walk away, because I don't think there's ever anything in that way that I don't go away, having been in the position where I had my own business for 19 years. I really, and you and I have talked about this, and I know you appreciate the entrepreneurs, because that's really the backbone.
It's the backbone
that drives our economy, that hires the employees, and you know, and that's what we want to facilitate, and really, in my mind, that's what America was built. That's our exceptionalism that we want to celebrate, not apologize for.
That's right.
And so, you know, we have that here in the basin, probably as great an example of that as anywhere in the world.
And our locally owned businesses. I mean, we have a richness in ideas and in success that we really owe it to them to share their vision and share what they've gone through with other people. So, you know, again, I'm going to miss you. We have to talk on a regular basis. Because you know, of course, I love the stories about his son wanting gift certificates to go to Marion. So I'll make sure I'll keep bringing those.
We never, you know, it used to be we'd just pass through there, and now my kids are like, well, Dad, you know, Marion's will be open, so let's make sure we order hamburgers even if we're just bypassing through. And I said, hey, that works for me. So, you know, and we're very fortunate. We have, you know, you and I get to see each other quite often, and so we work back and forth together. But it's going to be a great opportunity to bring others in around us and talk about what they do and highlight them. And so we're excited about that.
And plus, I can watch your show so that I can get to see you. You can watch mine.
That'll be fantastic. So if you notice a few changes, they'll be for the good. Please stay tuned, because you're going to enjoy the changes coming forward. And that's it for Chamber Zone this time. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6.